Talks Podcast. Let's hit it. It's the 20 Talks Podcast. Let's go. It's the 20 Talks Podcast. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Hi Lauren, welcome back to 20 Talks.
Welcome back, Claire.
Thank you so much. So I'm just going to get straight into it.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to ask you how your week's been. Don't care.
Don't care.
Couldn't give a monkeys.
Already know.
Already know. Because we have new products.
New products.
We've got new bloody products, haven't we?
New products. I mean, haven't been quiet about it, have I?
No. You've been shouting it from the rooftops.
Yeah, I've been obsessed.
But we've got hard gel. It's here. Hard
here.
gel is finally here, and we do appreciate everyone's patience.
Yeah.
Because everyone has been asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been going through a few iterations of samples.
Yes.
I mean, it's been driving us mad, hasn't it?
Just a few. That first batch was
Yeah.
mental.
So we've essentially just had builder gel in a pot, haven't we? You know.
Yeah.
It was just exactly the same as a build and boost, and it wasn't
didn't
hard.
even compare to the ones that
No.
you have anyway. It
No.
was like, yeah.
So we've been through the mill a little bit with it, but we've persevered.
We have.
And we are really happy with it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Really happy with it. Me especially, because on our very first episode, I wanged on
Yeah.
about
Your favourite shape.
my favourite shape is short square.
And you can never have it.
And I can never have it because my nails are so weak.
Yeah.
They're paper thin. They always have been, you know. It's just hereditary.
Yeah.
And anyway, with hard gel,
Here we are.
all my dreams have been answered. Because honestly, like, I don't want to sound too dramatic,
Yeah.
but it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
You literally said that when you went away. You were like, game changer.
100
My life has
My
changed.
life has changed for the better because of hard gel and
Here we
short
are.
square.
Here we are.
Short square. And I've had these on for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. And not a dicky.
Not a dicky bird. There's no lifting. They're as strong as anything. The shape is still completely intact.
Yeah.
They feel incredible. I just feel so much more confident with them.
Yeah. That's what you said when you went away, didn't
Yeah.
you? Because you tested it on your holiday.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Went on holiday with it for 2 weeks.
That was a big test.
The pool, the sea, sun cream, heat,
Yeah.
and they still lasted. So yeah, absolutely delighted. And I don't think I've ever been so excited to get a product to market.
No, it's a game changer.
It's a complete game changer. So we have two.
Mm-hmm.
So they're called SCULPT and Boost, right?
Love
So in the range we've got Flex and Boost, which is HEMA free.
Yeah.
It's a very lightweight builder, so it's great for natural nails.
Yeah.
And great if you've got any acrylate sensitivities.
Yeah.
We've got Build and Boost, which is the traditional builder in a bottle.
Yeah.
And again, great, you know, our best-selling product by a country mile.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Builder, of course. It's like a complete staple within the industry. Of course, everyone's going to love it. Of course, everyone's going to buy it.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the industry is seeing a shift
Definitely.
and a huge cry for hard gel.
Yeah.
So enter SCULPT and Boost.
Sculpt and Boost. Love
SCULPT
it.
and Boost. So
Love the
SCULPT
name.
and Boost is going to allow you to sculpt, funnily enough.
Great.
The clue's in the title.
Yeah.
And you are going to be able to sculpt long extensions with it, with tips and forms.
Which I have done.
There we are. Let's have a look at them. And they are super long.
They are really long. Like that
Super
little
long.
finger. I pushed it because I
Yep.
wanted to see how it would last.
Yeah.
And I've had these on for
Ages.
got to be like nearly 4 weeks.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably do a bit of a...
Yeah, I need to
Upgrade.
redo them. But I thought I'm not great with long nails, as you know, and I stab everyone at work, and yeah, it's not great. But I've persevered just to really test it, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking amazing.
And I've used the other one.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to that
Yeah.
then. So we've got SCULPT and Boost, which
Yeah.
are the two hard gels.
Yeah.
One of them, let me just This isn't great because obviously if you're listening you're not going to be able to see this, and
but
you know if you're watching you're not really going to be able to see this either, but
just a little,
you can go to the website.
Yeah,
so we've got the potted one, so this is just a sample, so it will be in a 30-gram pot, so it will be much bigger because you know this is going to probably become quite a staple, so you're going to need a lot of it. So it's going to be in a bigger pot, but it will be potted. And it's very, very thick, so just to give you an idea, I mean it's very hard to see, but so a regular builder would be around about 20,000. Let me get this right. It's CPS, but I think it stands for, if I'm pronouncing it right, centipoise.
Right.
So centipoise, I really hope I've got that right.
Yeah.
Anyway, CPS is the measurement of viscosity.
Right.
So how runny a liquid is.
Right.
So the centipoise CPS is for this one is 90,000.
Right.
So 20,000 for a builder. 90,000 for this.
Potted, which is what you've got on.
Which is what I have got on.
Yeah.
So it might seem like that's a crazy thickness that like you're never going to be able to work with that, but in actual fact,
it's so easy to work with.
So easy to work with.
Self level's like a beaut.
Yeah.
You can apply it thinly. Like your nails are thinner than mine because obviously I've gone long, but thinner than when I do builder on you. Like we've been able to go thinner.
Yes, because I mean, and that's the beauty of it, is that one pot will go a long way.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you don't need to work the same way as builder gel, so that's the other side of it.
That's the other beauty of it. And so you will need a rubber base with it.
Yes.
So all of these hard gels are file off, so you're not going to be soaking them off. Obviously, if you are e-file trained, then that's a no-brainer. That's absolutely no issue. If you're not e-file trained,
get e-file trained.
Get e-file trained.
Basically.
You know, I think we're kind of past the idea that e-files are bad.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some incredible brands out there. We've got Lucy Pastorelli, we've got Willow, who have incredible products and incredible education.
Yeah.
And they really are kind of changing the industry. And I think it's maybe nail techs that have, you know, experienced nail techs that were always told that e-files were bad.
Yeah.
And they might have just kind of had the kind of a bit of a bad press.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't brands out there like Lucy Pastorelli and Willow and everything, because you only ever saw like the cheap ones on like online on Amazon or whatever. Those were the only brands that were out there.
Yeah.
There was no education, there was no nothing. So of course people were using them incorrectly.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's a whole different game.
Exactly. And they're becoming such a staple.
Yeah.
With a lot, you know, pretty much every nail tech out there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, essentially, if you're not e-file trained, I think this would be a great opportunity to become e-file trained, so that you can get to reap the rewards of hard gel, because it is going to be such a game changer for so many clients. So those clients who you know, are still experiencing lifting with builder, because they are out there, me included. You know, I created Build and Boost to specifically for that. You know, I wanted a builder that would last and that would give me the strength that I've been looking for. But even I, with certain shapes, because of how weak my natural nails are, still can't always get the shape that I want.
No.
So,
or have that longevity that you want.
Exactly.
Like you kind of had your cusp, didn't you? It was like 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Push it.
Yes,
but,
exactly. You know, I kind of want to get 3. Yeah. Maybe even 4.
And that's what you want for your clients.
Exactly. So so I think this is going to be a game changer for a lot of those clients that are having that exact problem. Yeah. So if you do want to offer it to your clients, then this is a really great time to become e-file trained. Yeah. And also it's going to massively speed up your service. Yeah. You can file it off, hand file it off, but you are running the risk of RSI. You know, if you're really filing that off with a hand file, eventually, you know, your wrist is going to give out, your elbow is going to give out, and
if you want to be doing this career long term, you've got to think bigger. You can't you know, I was doing it for years and years and years, and obviously going from there just being gel on the market to then Builder Gel, and I think I was hand filing for like a year and a half with Builder Gel, and it was horrific.
Yeah.
Like, I was dreading clients coming in. I was wanting clients to come in and be like, I pulled it all off.
Right.
Because it was just so hard work.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be dreading any
No.
point of your business. That's the whole point. The whole reason you've started up this business is so that you could be your own boss and enjoy your work.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dreading any of it.
No.
So if becoming e-file trained speeds up your services and enables you to bring in new products, and give your clients what they want, and
give them a better service,
and also, you know, make your life easier, then
you've got to think long term. You have to.
Exactly. So maybe now hard gel is having a resurgence. Maybe it's the time to think about becoming e-file trained. Anyway, we digress.
We do. But
we'll go back to this one. So this is SCULPT Boost, the potted version.
Yes.
So this is going to be the harder of the two. As I mentioned earlier, it's 90,000 viscosity. So it's very, very thick. But if you use a little of it will go a very long way. And you will be able to use it as you would do a builder, obviously with a base. But you will be able to manipulate it. It will self-level. You'll be able to create long extensions with it. So it won't just be you could probably do a nail fix. Or you could probably do
this is like full sculpted extensions.
Exactly. You're not just going to be like extending the free edge.
For that, but
you can use it for that. But if you want to do the big old extensions,
offering those extensions,
then you can do it. And we suggest forms. Forms for that. And also we will be releasing a full education on this. And it will be an in-person education. So you will be able to come and pick the lovely Lauren's brains, and because obviously Lauren has had a huge part in the actual creation of this product. So to be able to come and train with you, working with a product that you have created, what better? So this will be an amazing opportunity for you to, you know, really teach people exactly how this works, exactly what you can achieve with it.
Proper hands-on training.
Proper hands-on, old-fashioned training. It's not going to be online. It's going to be in person. And you'll be able to have your expertise and be able to work directly with the product. So I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. And I personally think that once people get their hands on it,
oh my God,
they're not going to look back.
No.
Honestly,
I'm obsessed.
Honestly obsessed, and I'm not just saying it.
No, literally,
because it's 20.
So obsessed.
Oh my God, literally can't
get it out there.
Get it out there! I can't wait. So anyway, the next one. So it's still SCULPT Boost. They're both SCULPT Boost. So we just need to get, because I do understand that Flex and Boost, Build and Boost, SCULPT Boost. Which is which? But we will try and make it as clear as we possibly can on the website. Obviously, you can come on this and listen to us twittering on about it as well. So we've got SCULPT Boost bottled. So it obviously isn't as thick as the potted version, because you're never going to fit that in a bottle. It would just, you'd never get the brush out.
No.
So this is a much thinner version. So I think you'll probably feel like this is Build and Boost with a little something extra.
It's more about how it cures. When you're working with it, I don't feel like you would notice a difference. So it goes on like a dream.
Would you say it self-levels as much as Build and Boost?
It's just when it cures, you're like, oh my God.
That's it. That's the difference. So this will probably be great for people who are a little bit scared of the potted version, a little bit scared.
It's a good little gateway.
It's a little bit of an ease in. I personally will never look back from this.
No.
I will never look back from the potted version because it's changed my life. But I can understand that some techs might be a little bit
it's a whole new technique.
Intimidated by it.
It is a whole new technique, and it is, everything in this industry is an art. Like, I will argue it till I'm blue in the face.
For sure.
It is an art. You've got to learn the process. And you've got to perfect it.
And also, like, who became an expert in a day? You can't expect to just pick up a product that you've never used before that's completely different to anything you've ever
Yeah.
used before and be an expert in it.
No,
You know,
you've
like,
got to practice.
give
You've got
yourself
to
a
get
break.
bums on seats, hands in front of you, and that's why the education is there. Because
Exactly.
it is a whole new world.
Yeah. And we've been waiting to release our education until this
Is here,
is here, because we wanted, we were so dead set on having a hard gel course.
And
Purely
having it within our
exactly
core
purely for these products,
beginners course. Yeah,
because it is so important to get your have hands-on training with this, so you can get the absolute most out of it.
Yeah.
Because once you do, you're not going to look back.
No.
You're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so back to the bottled version.
Yes.
Now this, as we say, will apply like Build and Boost with regards to how it levels, the application process. So you'll have your bead, you'll have your slip layer.
Yeah.
You will definitely need to have a rubber base underneath it,
Yeah.
because both of these are HEMA free.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely need a base with them. But not only that, because they are file off, you need to have a soak off base underneath, because you don't want to be filing off to just the nail plate.
No.
So definitely have a soak off base underneath, and it will just make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
And
it helps with retention. Everything is you have to have it.
I mean, I am such an advocate of our rubber base.
Yeah.
Because even for Build and Boost, it really helps with longevity.
Yeah.
Obviously we have our HEMA free Build and Boost, but our HEMA containing Build and Boost has very low levels of HEMA.
Yeah.
So adding a base coat, it just really helps with longevity.
Yeah. I just think,
and I think sometimes, like, obviously you don't need a base coat with it, but you're going to be adding a base coat anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's the builder base coat or there's an actual separate base coat. So you're already going to be doing that step.
Yeah. So it might as well be.
Yeah.
And that's what I teach, because I just think from all of the clients I've had in front of me, that they get the best retention. And I think actually the application process is nicer with the rubber base.
I do.
But with these, anything with file off, there's no way I'd be not putting a base down.
Yeah, 100%. So yes, use the rubber base with it.
Yep.
Apply as you would do with Builder, but then, like you say, once it's cured, you're going to see the difference in the hardness.
And again, you work thinner.
Yeah.
So you don't need, I mean, gone are the days where we were slapping on Builder gel and refining, down half of basically what you put on there. We work thinner with Builder anyway now. Everyone's got their much slicker techniques, but with this, it is harder. You don't need to go as heavy with the apex.
Yeah.
It's so nice though.
So nice.
I just cannot wait.
And actually, what you've done, which again makes it so versatile, is that you have used this.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
You've used this with forms.
Yeah.
So you've built out your length
Yeah.
with the bottled Sculpt and Boost.
Yeah.
And then you have gone over with a Build and Boost.
Yeah.
So with a regular builder
Giving
in a
myself
bottle.
like a little subtle ombre with it.
And it's beautiful.
But yeah, so the actual extension, the bit that I needed to be hard and strong, I've used the bottle, which is less strong than the pot that you've got on.
Yeah.
But it's still, so good.
And your nails are so much longer than mine.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
You would say that you have got long nails at this moment in time, whereas mine are actually really quite short.
Yeah.
And I've gone for the potted version. You've gone for the bottled version, which isn't as strong as a product. And even so, you're still getting that length, and you've still got 4 weeks.
Still done it. Yeah.
So would you say with this that you're probably going to use less full cover tips?
Yeah. I haven't done
a full cover tip since you've been using this.
No.
Oh wow.
Because with I love full cover tips, and they definitely have their place, but I love just being able to infill and like grow my natural nail under this. Full cover tips, I think, unless you're getting them done more regularly, it's really hard to infill them, because they do lift, your hair gets caught, they are naturally thicker. They don't feel so great. They give you that instant, like, bam, I've got nails.
Great for an event.
Yeah, and that's what I say to my clients. You know, we'll do this once your natural nails grown a little bit, we'll start sculpting. And yeah, this is my favourite. They look so much more natural. They feel more natural. I just love it.
And you've managed to keep them on for 4 weeks.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, at that length.
Yeah, when
really
I'm doing
is.
other people's nails as well.
Yes.
See, the shape's gone a little bit where I've been like acetone and whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as I have been saying this entire episode, it's, for me, it's such a game changer. And I think for so many clients, we have had so many clients asking for it, and there has been such a resurgence, like we say, within the industry.
Yeah, it's just come back round. It's like what we said on the other podcast with prescriptive manicures. You know, it's not just slap builder gel on everyone anymore, because some people don't need anything. They just need gel polish and they'll get the same retention as someone with hard gel. You've just got to work out what your client's needs are. So having all of these and being trained in all of it and knowledgeable actually gives your clients more confidence in you.
Yeah,
and
completely.
they will come back and they'll trust that what you say is right.
Completely. And I think that is where, as an industry and as nail techs, we have to set ourselves apart from any kind of home manicure. Yes. Because we know that you know, there has been a rise in allergies, there has been a rise in issues since COVID, since people started doing their nails at home. You know, we could argue that there are other factors at play, but that does, the big thing. That does have a huge has had a huge impact. And I think the more nail techs become the absolute experts to their clients, so that they're constantly educating their clients on, you know, the anatomy of the nail, how the aftercare, why they're using certain products, and troubleshooting. So when a client comes in and they haven't got on with builder gel, they can say, right, I've got something else for you. 100%. And telling their clients that I've been on a education course for this, I've been on a training course for this. I
think retraining is the best thing you can do. Adding all of these layers to your knowledge is priceless. Like, you've got to keep doing it, whether it is free education that's on, there's so much online, or you're going to an in-person class. Doing as much as you can throughout the year to keep yourself on top of everything is the only way you are going to compete with the amount of nail techs that are out there. Like, you've got to be top of your game, for sure. Knowledge is power, for sure. Oh, for sure. And as we say, you know, then your client is never going to be able to do their nails at home as well as you can do it. No. And I think the more you demonstrate that, the better. And the more like you are to retain that client. Yeah. Because, you know, obviously it's different. I wouldn't try to, you know, do my own lashes, or I wouldn't try to inject myself with Botox. I know that sounds a little bit extreme. Of course I wouldn't. But, you know, people shouldn't be doing their nails at home. No. Unless they're properly trained. You know, these are chemicals. These are professional products that should not be in the hands of untrained people. No. And I think the more we educate our clients about that, the more they will understand that, you know, they wouldn't inject Botox into themselves. I know that's extreme, but, you know, they wouldn't do their lashes themselves because it's too difficult, and they shouldn't be doing their nails themselves. And I think the more we collectively educate clients, the more that will help the industry as a whole. And again, like you say, by bringing in, you know, as a brand, if we can offer as much as we possibly can for kind of every sort of nail out there, then, you know, our customers will be able to offer their clients as much as they possibly can. You know, if you have decided to completely rebrand to 20, we want to make sure that we're your one-stop shop. And everything.
You don't have to go anywhere else. And if you have made that decision to invest in us, we want to make sure that we've got products that you need and that are going to work for you and your clients. Hence why we've gone to the lengths of developing both the bottled Sculpt and Boost and the potted Sculpt and Boost, because initially we were just going to do the potted version, and then once we tried the bottled version, we were like, actually, this is going to bridge the gap between hard gel and build gel.
For sure.
So we were so excited about bringing that out. So we're trying to kind of bring out as many useful products as we possibly can. Because we think it's so important to be able to give our customers the choice, so that we can become, their trusted brand within the industry, and they know that they can come to us to get products that actually work. So we are just so excited to get these out, and as I say, like, I don't think, other than actually launching 20, I don't think I've been as excited about a product as I have with these. And I just can't wait for people to get their hands on them. But one thing I will say is that try and get, it doesn't have to be from us, when we launch our education, obviously it's going to be you, Lauren, that's going to be teaching it, and there is only one of you. And you can only teach a certain amount of people. But if you can't get training from us, if we're fully booked, then aim to get it elsewhere, whether that's online. I know Clawgasmic Shan from Clawgasmic has got a hard gel course, or she's bringing a hard gel course out. So there is a lot of online courses that you can do.
Just educate yourself
where you possibly can. And if you have never used hard gel before, we highly recommend that you get trained in it, because it is a different product, and it shouldn't be, obviously this is going to perform, the Sculpt and Boost in the bottle is going to perform like Build Gel, but it's not the same product. So it is very important to get trained and try and get as much knowledge as you possibly can about the product before you bring it to your clients, and then obviously you're going to get so much more out of it.
100%. And you're not going to have those awkward moments where you're doing your client's nails and something happens that you aren't expecting, and not have the troubleshooting background from your course to kind of work through it. You're not gonna be frozen
and
there.
That's why we, with the education, have been so passionate about it being in person, because that will arise on the course when people are working on they're actually working physically with the product, and you were there with them. You will have to troubleshoot. There will be
asking questions in that moment and working through it together, and little things will come up when you're doing your client's nails. And I always say, I've got my WhatsApp open, voice note me if stuff comes up. That's like an ongoing support that you get once you train with me as well. But when you're live in that room with me, a lot of those things will come up anyway, and we will be able to work through them so that you're going in confident when that client books in. You don't want to add in a new service and then worry that someone's going to book in for it because you're not confident, and you're not confident doing it and then taking money for it.
Absolutely.
I want you to, be trained and then be charging your worth straight away.
Absolutely.
No freebies, no, heavily discounted offers.
Practice
because you've
runs.
practiced enough. You should be. I want you to be confident, and I want you to be ready.
Which I think is so important. No one should ever leave a training course not feeling confident. No. That's the whole point of a training course. No. You're going. If
you've got your certificate, you're qualified to offer that. So it shouldn't be still a practice run. That's why we do case studies. So the case studies will be the trainee going away and working on whoever models, friends,
models,
family,
exactly,
if you want.
And then they will be submitting those case studies to be approved, so to be signed off. So you're not just going to walk away from the course qualified. No. You are going to have to submit work.
You've got to do some homework.
But
with that, you then get more support. You're not left and thrown into the deep end. So it's all beneficial to you.
Absolutely. I can't reiterate it enough how excited we are to release these, and how excited we are to get bums on seats for those courses, for that exact reason, to you know, really help to educate the industry
Yep.
on new products, on existing products. So if you know, if there are any products within our range that you're struggling with, that you want extra guidance with, we're going to be opening up like mastery courses,
Yep.
conversion courses.
Yep.
So, or, you know, if you are thinking of rebranding and you want hands-on experience with products before you go ahead and rebrand,
Yep.
then we'll have courses for that, so you can really get to know the product
So exciting.
with someone that uses the products day in, day out, with
Yep.
hundreds and hundreds of clients.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, as I say, excited is an understatement, because I think it's really going to take everyone to the next level. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a brilliant opportunity for us to showcase our products and how good they are
Yeah.
in real life,
Yeah.
which is something that we've wanted to do from day one. But being such a new brand, it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
So now we're finally
Now is
at a
the
point.
time.
We're finally at a point
Yeah.
where we can do it. And yeah, can't wait. So they will, if by the time this is released, the courses and
be
the
there.
hard gels might be here. You know, we are a little bit ahead of ourselves, but if they aren't launched, they will be launched very soon.
Yeah.
But if they are here, then, you know, go and check them out, because yeah, we can't wait to see everyone. And we hope that they're going to be in the southeast to begin with, because that's
Yep.
where we're based.
Yep.
So we understand that some people might need to travel for them, but you know, as they grow, as we will grow, and
Yep.
we hope to launch them nationwide, if not globally.
Yeah.
So there will be an opportunity, you know, if you don't live in the southeast, to go to somewhere a little bit more local to you. But in the meantime, if you do want to travel, we'd love to have you.
100%.
Absolutely.
Come along
So
for the ride with
come
us.
along for the ride. Come and have a lovely little day out in Brighton,
Yeah.
because that's where they're going to be. Come and have a lovely little day out at the seaside, and come and meet our Lauren,
Yeah.
because she'll be welcoming you with open arms.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, and come and learn the 20 way, because we can't wait. Amazing. So we'll see you at the education courses, Lauren.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to hear what everyone thinks of the SCULPT Boost.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to
We're
it.
waiting. We can't wait. Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.